How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having an amazing day. Patch notes for the Hitbox Overhaul and Gizmo and so much more have just dropped, and I'm going to go over them all right here in this video. If this video helps you out at all, then help me out by hitting that like button. Also, I'm going to be doing a countdown stream to the launch of Gizmo starting sometime early tomorrow morning, playing customs with the viewers. It always turns out to be a ton of fun, so be sure to come and stop by and check it out. But let's go ahead and cut this plug and get right into it. Starting off with a quick general fix, the spectator mode now displays team colors properly, and then moving on to the Hitbox/Hurtbox update. This is the meat of what I'm excited about. They say that this patch includes their Hitbox/Hurtbox system overhaul. Their goal with this update is to more tightly tie hitboxes and hurtboxes to their character animations. They will be keeping an eye on how this update affects the player experience, and they are ready to implement additional patches if any problems arise. This is going to be a process for them to get there, but this is their first step towards a truly accurate Hitbox/Hurtbox detection, and it gives them a foundation to work on and work from to permanently fix the issues going forward. So the changes here are the hurtboxes have been updated on every character, and the hitboxes have been updated on most attacks. Specific adjustments may not be listed in the character notes. So let's take a quick look at the images that they have here showing the before and after of the Hitbox overhaul. And you can see here, this is absolutely huge. This Hitbox overhaul is huge. If you'd have told me a week ago that we were fighting beans as hitboxes, I would have pressed X to doubt on that. There's no shot that I would have believed that that's what and how this was working. I can only imagine what some of the attack hitboxes actually looked like, but now it definitely looks like they are trying to track the character more properly, which is absolutely huge. I think, you know, leaving Wonder Woman's hair out of the situation here might not be the best thing, but we're just gonna have to see. I don't know. This is absolutely huge change. I'm hoping that it ends up turning out good. Here you can kind of see her in her attack pose, and you can see that her hitbox, no, this is her hurt box where you can hurt her, obviously is moving along with her rather than just being a static bean. That's absolutely crazy. So before, if you would hit Wonder Woman in the foot or something like that, it would not tag it. You would have to hit her like in the chest region right here, up by the head, or like even ghost hit her up in this area. That's absolutely crazy. I cannot wait to jump in and test this out and feel how this exactly turns out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about these changes. Also, let me know what you guys think about the fact that we've been fighting beans apparently this whole entire time. But let's move on to the projectile systems update. They say that this patch also includes the first part of their projectile systems update. Multiversus is a game that thrives on interesting interactions between fighters, between allies, and between projectiles. But a player shouldn't need an encyclopedic knowledge of every attack in the game to feel comfortable understanding those interactions. Their goal with this update is to standardize global projectile behaviors so that players can better adapt strategies around the projectiles. They say that, again, this is the first part of their projectile system changes, so expect more updates in future patches. Moving into the changes, though, they have standardized opposing projectiles to always clank, destroying both projectiles. They've also introduced the heavy projectile. The heavy projectiles break enemy projectiles and can only clank with other heavy projectiles and cannot be reflected. Barriers and buffs that, quote, block projectiles are more consistently able to block all of the projectiles, and projectiles that explode no longer hit fighters that blocked the projectile. So this is interesting. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the projectile gameplay, but I've been playing Morty, so I'm excited to see what this did with his grenades. But moving on, though, to directional action key mappings for keyboard. They have added in directional attacks and specials, which can now be mapped to specific keyboard keys. For example, your down attack can be mapped to a key so that you can perform down attack without also fast falling. In total, there are 8 new keyboard binds: up attack, right attack, down attack, left attack, up special, right special, down special, and left special. Let me know if this is something that is going to help you out down in the comments, but I'm not playing on mouse and keyboard. I do play on PC, but I don't play mouse and keyboard, so this doesn't affect me at all. Let me know if this is a good change for you though. Moving on to miscellaneous gameplay updates though, they've adjusted character mesh vertical offsets so that characters' feet don't clip into the floor as much. This change also involved adjusting the floor collision for the following maps: Scooby's Haunted Mansion, Cromulons, the Cromulons 1 vs 1, Tree Fort 1 vs 1, and all versions of the Sky Arena. While floor and ceiling bounces will no longer restore dodge meter energy, and they've made it to where there's improved input handling when an attack/special is executed at the same time as a jump. In the past, it was possible for jumps to interrupt attack and specials, thus leading to, quote, ignored actions. This change will improve the responsiveness for short hop attacks and specials. Moving on to some general perks though, with Clear the Air, they've updated the description text to explain that the perk effect only applies to non-heavy projectiles. With Ice to Beat You, the projectiles will now only apply ice debuff to fighters that are not already debuffed by ice. This change was already released for online matches and now is going to be applied in local play. With the I'll Take That perk, the unstacked cooldown refund is decreased from 0.5 seconds to 0.25 seconds. They say that the stacked cooldown refund is decreased from 1 second to 0.5 seconds, and that this change was already released for online and is now going to be reflected in local play. Moving on to Make It Rain Dog, unstacked projectile speed buff is reduced to 10% from 20%, and stacked projectile speed buff is reduced to 20% from 25%. The perk description text for this change will not be updated until the next patch. And finally, with the Sturdy Dodger perk, they have fixed an issue where the perk would not stack properly. Next, we're moving into some map changes, starting off with the 2 vs 2 Tree Fort map. The trampoline tree health has been reduced to 15 from 30. With the Trophy's Edge map, they have fixed minor asymmetry in the main platform's collision, so that is now perfectly centered. And with the Cromulons 1 vs 1 map, and possibly the 2 vs 2, I don't know, they weird that weird. They've added a new floating platform to both versions of the Cromulons. So when Morty came out and we all saw that platform inside of the trailer for Morty, that was correct, and they have added that platform to both versions of the Cromulon maps. So those are all of the changes aside from all of the character changes. I'm going to put that in its separate video because there are just so many of them and it takes so long to read out. So be sure to go check that out. I'll post that soon if you guys want to see that. But these are all the changes that are coming other than the character changes. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited for the hitbox change. Unfortunately, no ranked still. I'm actually not surprised they didn't bring up ranked at all. And you would definitely assume this would be something that they were hyping up the update with. But the hitbox and hurtbox update changes are absolutely huge, going from a bean to actually hitboxes and hurtboxes that align with the character. Hopefully the launch of that is all smooth. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, other than the character buffs and nerfs, which I'll obviously go over in another video. I also plan on posting a video going over Gizmo's abilities. As soon as we have all of his attacks and abilities, I will post that and go over that. But that's all the information that I have to go over in this video. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.